So that ties us into literally something I have right here. Have you ever read or heard of East of Eden? It's a book.
I've heard of it.
You got it.
Who wrote it?
Steinbeck, who wrote Grapes of Wrath and Of Mice to Men.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so East of Eden's the only one that John Steinbeck. It's the only one that I've read by him. One of my brothers sent it to me about a year ago, and he said, this is going to spark something in you. So one of the most powerful parts of this book, and just to give you a little context, there's a lot of Cain and Abel parallels in this story. So you have these two brothers. This one brother is good, this other one's bad. I'm not going to ruin the whole story for you because I'd really like for y'all to read it. But one of them has sons, two sons, and kind of the same similar occurrence here. So one thing that he went into, and this is like something that scholars have debated, especially since this book was written in the 50s. All right, so you have the story of Cain and Abel. So when Cain and Abel brought their offering to God, okay, Cain brought his whatever vegetables, his roots that he was growing.
Crops.
Okay, so Cain brought that. Abel brought the first of his flock, the firstling of his flock. So he brought a lamb. God favored Abel instead of Cain's offering. Do you know why?
Because of his heart. Because of Abel's heart.
Because of his sacrifice. It was blood. The blood of the lamb that Abel brought to God, he favored that because he knew it was more precious than the roots that Cain brought. Okay?
Yeah, but I think that if Cain would have came with God with the same heart that Abel would have, I think God would have.
Well, the fruits of the Spirit are apparent, and he didn't bring the fruit. He brought the root. You know what I mean?
But he didn't. Yeah. That's the thing. He didn't, and
so his actions were telling on his spirit.
Right. When it comes down to it, what Abel offered was much more precious. He gave his most precious offering to God, and Cain did not.
Okay.
Like, it doesn't even say that like what Cain brought was the highest grade of what he had or anything. You know, and he's the one that chose to work in the dirt and be a farmer or tiller of the ground. And Abel chose to be a shepherd.